Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinix.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Perfect. Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning.
Sharp haircut, Rufai. What do you call it?
Jinix.
What do you call it?
What do I call this
No,
one?
it's not Rico.
This one?
No.
It's called policy.
I love it.
Called Girls
Follow Me.
Oh, Girls Follow Me.
May the girls follow you.
It's called policy.
No,
Rufai.
Girls follow me.
Rufai, you're getting a wife at the end of the show. Well, all right. Well, good morning to you.
Love you, baby.
Good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending with reactions trailing the violent clashes that erupted in at least 4 local government areas of Rivers State, with parts of the buildings in Eleme, Ikwerre, and Emohua council premises set ablaze by suspected political hoodlums. On Monday, gunshots were fired sporadically in Ahoada East to resist the newly elected council officials. The burning of the local government secretariat followed the withdrawal of police officers securing the 23 local council secretariats.
Gunshot ongoing live here in the local government of OjyOkpe Council. Gunshot from the outside. We don't know. There are gunshots so far. There are gunshots. This is the current situation in OjyOkpe. We don't cancel. Chief of staff of the local government. We don't take over this council. Where them? Chairman don't come out. Oshimini one day. Oshimini one. May they go sit down.
Well, those faces are now on display on televisions. The security operatives, they know what to do. But President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the police to secure the local government secretariats in Rivers State. The president, in a statement issued by presidential spokesman Bayo Onanuga, also called on the State Governor Sim Fubara, political leaders and their supporters in Rivers State to exercise restraint and uphold the rule of law. Or reacting to Tinubu's statement on the crisis, the state governor said that he does not have any issue with the president's intervention, but was a bit concerned at the mention of his name. Let me read an excerpt of his live interview yesterday. Fubara stated, "The issue is very simple. It's as simple as ABC. Everyone in Nigeria, everyone in Rivers State knows where this issue is coming from. It's not rocket science. We know what the issue is, and the issue is not Fubara. It is not. I believe strongly that with the recent intervention of the Inspector General of Police, maybe we will have a breathing space. Maybe as a result of him pulling his men out of those secretariats might be one of the reasons the hoodlums took advantage of the situation. But I will appeal that while the men are there, the elected officers should have the opportunity to do their work. At least let them provide security for them," which was even what I was thinking of. I was never of the opinion that the police should pull out completely. No, when they said they were moving out, it was what allowed these miscreants to take advantage of the secretariats to destroy them. All right, let me take some reactions following the story, and this is from Emohua. He wrote, "IGP withdraws police so that Wike Fubara could burn down local government area headquarters. Tinubu pretends he doesn't know, then orders IGP of police to restore police officers after their LGA headquarters have been incinerated. And you still think they care about Nigeria?" Well, Chris wrote, "President Tinubu is scared of Nyesom Wike. If not, tell me why you will allow your minister to declare war on his state because he has lost the structure. Security details attached to OjyOkpe, chairman of OjyOkpe local government area, are currently repelling thugs who came to attack OjyOkpe secretariat." And this was yesterday. Let's take a look at that video really quickly.
This is happening live in OjyOkpe. 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 This is happening live in OjyOkpe.
All right, again, highlighted that video. Security operatives know what to do. Another Twitter user wrote, Fubara had hinted that the attacks would happen. His words, I am aware that they are mobilizing 20 people per unit to go and confront you tomorrow when you resume in your local government headquarters. At the moment, Rivers State is boiling and burning, all because of a certain King Kong in Abuja who's desperate to transform into a low-budget Idi Amin won't let go of his silly and sickening. Well, in the meantime, in Fubara's camp, there is excitement. Here's the moment. The Chief of Staff to the Governor, Edison Ehi, arrived at the Ikwerre Local Government Council. Another go in Rivers State. Rufy on fire. The situation in Rivers State is getting more alarming by the day.
Oji, I am shocked
that
this is the democracy people fought for. And you know what saddens me the most? President Tinubu was part of those that fought for this democracy.
It was.
Dr. Abati was apt this morning when he talked about the 1965 incident, Wild Wild West. Those elections, after those elections, we know Nigeria never recovered from those elections. Why? Because of the madness of these same politicians. And one man trying to play God. And that man should remember, I mean, where are the Adedibus today? Where are the Adedibus of Ibadan today? In fact, there was a man then, Vincent Ogbulafo, that said PDP was going to rule for the next 60 years. Where are they today? That's to show you that life is transient. River State has now become a free-for-all where whoever's group can make most violence will take the day. And this was exactly what happened in 2019 elections. Now it's repeating itself again because two people are fighting over a state. They never talk about development. Look at all the infrastructures destroyed. They're going to use taxpayers' money. It is only in Rivers that they've destroyed most of the local governments. They've also destroyed their national State House of Assembly.
Yeah.
Where else are they going to burn? Body Rivers.
Yeah, that's what it is now.
Then the role the police played in all of this. And that's why I was telling the police IGP today, you need to stand up tall. Because these politicians, when they're done, they move on so quickly. But we can't have a political system where men become God. The people must be the godfather. If the people are not the godfather, then you have 10 gods. Then going further, the fact that the police did come out, withdraw themselves from a place that they knew that was volatile.
Yes.
And you had shared videos yesterday of the police catching away ballot boxes and everything.
We saw those videos.
This was the same Rivers where somebody played God. Votes of people were subverted in the last elections. They converted a PDP state to an APC state overnight. All of this for the resource of people. And it's not that you're using the resource to make their life better. Go and check unemployment rate in Rivers State. Why will youth not be running around? Youth running around is an indication of the joblessness in the states. And I'm not surprised about the unemployment numbers. You see some people, they come there, they call themselves youth leaders. Ask them, where have they worked in their lives? Most of them, as long as they can get a degree from the university, they become youth leaders. Because you know why? The private sector is no longer lucrative for them to work. It's politics. And they do a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah.
As long as you can amass 3 or 4 people, give them guns, you become a lord unto yourself. There's so much poverty, there's so much unemployment in a land that has a lot of hydrocarbons. Their youth restiveness, at first they started with youth restiveness. The youth restiveness has chased most of the businesses away. Now the new economy is politics. Nobody thrives this way. No nation does well this way. All of this because one man wants to prove himself as God.
Absolutely. Democracy right now is in shambles. Dr. Abati, I'd like a comment on Governor Sim Fubara's statement there, where, he responded to some questions about the incident in Rivers State. He also has called on, the minister of the FCT to, embrace peace at this moment. And he talked about the fact that Tinubu knows what to do. Why is he calling his name?
Well, I think, and I have argued, that the president has a duty, has a responsibility to ensure that the situation in Rivers State does not go out of hand. Violence can occur in an electoral process before, during, and after. In Rivers State, we've seen election violence in Ogunabali, in Port Harcourt on election day, and Elekahia, also in Ward 3 of Elekahia on election day. But there has been an escalation after the election, after the swearing in of the local government chairman in Ikwerre, in Emohua, in Ahoada East, and also in OjyOkpe, and it could get worse. And now the president, exercising his powers under Section 216 of the 1999 Constitution, has said that the police should take charge. Well, the pause here is, should the police have at any time gone AWOL, being absent on duty? I think it is a very serious thing that at any particular time, the Nigerian police will say, oh, because the court has spoken, then we will abandon our job.
I mean,
police work does not require the police to go on leave as an institution.
Yes.
There's no such provision in the Constitution.
Absolutely.
We have to keep saying that. Now, President Tinubu mentioned Governor Fubara. He should also mention Wike.
yes.
I have argued today that
Absolutely.
he should make it clear to them that this monkey business, where Wike will go in the morning and go and talk to the president, Fubara will sneak in the afternoon or in the evening, and he too will say, well, President, look, he should make it clear to the two of them that if they continue like this in Rivers State will have the federal government will have no option but to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State. Some people may agree with that because of the legal complications involved. He should also make it clear to Wike that enough is enough.
Yes.
Quoting Okweyemi Adamolekun, that if he continues to create problem, he will be removed in the proposed cabinet reshuffle.
Yes.
All this talk about Wike will deliver Rivers State in 2027 for President Tinubu. We have seen that he doesn't have absolute powers over the political structures in Rivers State. Let him be asked to go back to the Port Harcourt and go and deal with the issues with his people. Because President Tinubu also has a responsibility to prevent a 1965 situation such as we saw in the Wild West, when Prime Minister Badewa talked that, oh, this is Awolowo's problem. Let these Yoruba people, what do they call us? Nyamene, what? Let them go and deal with their problem in the Western region. And the crisis engulfed the whole of Nigeria.
Right.
So everybody should exercise caution
Absolutely.
in this particular matter.
Absolutely.
And we hope that at the end of the day, good reason will prevail. So President Tinubu's intervention, let nobody bring up issues of federalism. If they put down the roof on his head, all of us will pay for it.
Yes.
The people of Rivers State should begin to behave themselves.
Yes.
They have no right to put down this roof,
Yes.
this house that Kamaya says has fallen anyway.
Right. Well, I hope Nigeria will survive. I have to keep reiterating that. There must be peace in Rivers State. We'll take another story. Senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, in a recent interview said that he has been receiving threats over his decision to take legal action against controversial activist, Very Dark Man. Falana also stated that some persons have threatened to burn his office and kill his daughter over the case. Let's take a listen before we come back for our discussion.
The only disturbing area in this scenario is the threat to me and one of my two daughters. some of these guys, who I believe are mentally deranged, and dared me. If you like, if you go to court, we shall burn your office. They have also sent messages to one of my daughters that if your father goes to court, we shall kill you. I beg your pardon. In this country. I just laughed and I asked my girl, don't worry, I will take it up. I've already taken that up. But we must also let these guys know where we're coming from.
All right, this is becoming unbecoming.
Unbecoming. In Dr. Bati's words, it's not everybody you threaten.
No.
Mr. Femi Falana is going to give them fire for fire. But I think it's very sad and sickening to see that when someone takes a stand, whether you agree with it or not, on social media, people then begin to send death threats. Falakemi Falana, who is the daughter of Femi Falana, has released some of the messages that she has received on her Instagram page. People telling her, even going back to hit personal about an unfortunate personal circumstance that happened to her and saying, oh, do you want it to happen to you again? It just shows that when you look at people on social media, the truth is if you investigate the people behind the handles, they are not normal. Some of them, like in the words of Mr. Femi Falana, are mentally deranged. Mm-hmm. How can a man who said that he was wronged or slandered by a particular person decide to take him to court? And then, rather than allow the process of the law take its course, you begin to threaten him, you begin to say that you're going to burn his office, it's absolutely ridiculous. And so, this is why sometimes, if we're not careful, people begin to ask for sanctions or for us to moderate what happens on social media because there are some people who use it irresponsibly.
Yes.
I hope that, and he doesn't look like it anyway, I don't think I need to tell him that he won't be cowed or be intimidated by the threats, but he would actually go along and ahead to get to the bottom of this matter. But even deeper than that are some of the accusations that have come forth. It's interesting that, unfortunately, these matters have now distracted from the meat of the story, which is the corruption in the Nigerian Correctional Service, that we should investigate further. Beyond just this issue between VDM and Mr. Femi Falana are the bigger issues that video unveiled. Yes. That is what we should not be distracted by these stories. We should make sure we face that.
I think we've not been distracted. The Minister of Interior set up a committee to be able to investigate. Inaugurated the committee a couple of days ago. We want to see the end.
Yes.
Also, the Minister, I have a question for you. The person that works or the people that you suspended in the prison service, Mr. Minister, they said your suspension was social media. I feel that's a real affront. That's an indictment. That's an insult on your position. And if you do not take action, it smirks of everything wrong with Nigeria. So please, we also want those matters to be addressed.
Yes.
Most importantly, VDM has also released another tape yesterday where Bobrisky was still repeating those allegations. I think, Mr. Falana, you also have to include in your suit for this defamation Bobrisky. Because I think apart from VDM, Bobrisky also needs to come to the court and repeat most of these things as it is said in this tape. I thought
Bobrisky has
Bobrisky
denied all the allegations.
No, it's not a case of denying.
Didn't he deny?
People can deny allegations from here, but as long as you have an empirical tape, which can be subjected to forensic evaluation also, he needs also to be called forward for all these conversations.
Needs to come out. Yeah,
so I think you also need to join him in this suit. And for those that go and make all sorts of threats, please, I beg you, stop it. Because all Mr. Femi Falana has to do is to be able to pick up your IP address from those messages you made. And they will trace you to the house. Police know where you are staying. It's not the one you'll be coming on social media and be crying and be begging. I was just joking. You will not see it as joke then. Because when they come and catch you people now, that's why you know how to beg. Right. You will be begging from today and tomorrow and be saying, no, when you were making the threat, you did not know it was very hurtful. We totally condemn your actions and don't do it.
It's the
for those that go out to assault people and do all sorts of, do not do it. They will catch you. There's no anonymity on social media. They will find you, they will get you, and you will face the full wrath of the law.
They will find you. It's the irresponsible use of social media.
You are not anonymous, so don't deceive yourself.
And then we move to the next story.
No. The point is that, look, we're in the age of digital footprint. People should not hide under the anonymity that social media ostensibly provides to threaten people. When you threaten people, it's a felony. You are committing an offense. You have no right under the laws of Nigeria to say you will kill somebody for any reason whatsoever. You have no right to say you will burn somebody's office down. Arson, attempted arson is in itself a felony. Well, that's why I said it's not everybody you threaten. Mr. Femi Falana, SAN, you know, Falana and Falana chambers, they know more than enough law to know that, you know, if you try them, they will come after you.
It was a giggle for me.
And there will be more than enough justification.
Yes,
now, he was the one saying these people are mentally deranged. Okay, if they are mentally deranged, in fact, they will have to prove it in the court of law. You know, you have to say, well, you have a mental problem for you to have committed a particular felony.
Yes.
And even that will be subjected to investigation by the court of law,
forensics,
you know, as appropriate.
Absolutely.
So people should just learn a lesson. This social media frenzy, everybody imbecile goes on social media to mouth nonsense and to malign people. No. There are limits to individual freedoms.
Absolutely.
No freedom is absolute. Don't say I'm an activist. I'm this.
Then you're allowed to defend
then I can talk anyhow. I have one miserable phone. Most of these people have miserable phones.
Dr. Bati and the miserable phone. What is it, Turaya or Nokia? Which one is it? I want to see. You cannot. Those miserable phones.
All these second-hand phones.
So if you have good phones, you tweet all right. Well, all right. Dr. Bati. Well, all right.
Phone camera.
No, please. This is a serious situation. Please, we have to use social media responsibly. Responsibly. Well, all right. Well, yesterday, we took the story of Kenneth, who was arrested in Delta State for protesting against the deplorable state of the road in Sapele. Well, let's now turn our attention to Abia State. Here's an amateur video showing the state of a major road in Aba, a commercial nerve center in the state.
Social media Laba number one governor ebe a na-arụ ụzọ na-eche ndị mmadụ ji akpọ ụkwụ ha n'aka na-aga ihe awụ nkwọngwa Aba a business area ebe na-eweta ego na Abia steeti Aba ndị mmadụ na-ata afụfụ ka ndị mmadụ si ata afụ na Aba na-aga na Aba na people na-ata afụfụ ihe a ya wụcha business area ebe na-eweta ego.
Well, Alex Oti has been termed the performing governor. I mean that's not.
But you can't blame him. The previous governor, Ikwerre, also has questions to answer.
To answer with that road, absolutely.
With due respect,
Governor Alex Oti can fix it. But I'm saying
that's why I'm saying it, because he's been called the performing governor.
If you want to blame Ikwerre, his term has gone.
Yes,
of course.
The person that takes responsibility is Alex Oti.
I agree.
Alex Oti, go and fix that road.
Yes. That's why we're highlighting this video. I mean, the guy has clearly stated where the road is. You should go and take a look at it. And I would like to highlight more of these videos to, you know, put these state governors on the spot. Yeah. You said yesterday, we don't want to hear that it's a federal road, it's a state road. All stakeholders should come together and please help us ease the pain of Nigerians. Look at those people walking around with their, you know, with no shoes, walking around
swimming in the water.
Anyway, from yesterday's story, Kenneth had said, I believe he responded to our advocacy worked because he's been released from detention. It's good that he has actually been released at this point. Well, also, here's another video, though, showing the state of a major road in the heart of Asaba, the capital of Delta State. Let's take a look.
Oh boy, see Tabua. See Asaba. Jesus. See. Hey, we are finished. Since governor moved from Delta North, it don't finish. We are gone. Organize what they carry you. I mean, you drive. Sheriff is working.
Sheriff is working. What did you just call him, Sheriff?
Well, Ojunika,
yes.
You are from Delta State.
Yes, I'm very proud. Ukwan.
Do you people still have a sheriff in town?
That's the question.
In Delta State?
That's the question.
Because this is in Tabau Junction, they called it in Asaba. The other road is Opoihia Road, I think, in Abia State. Well, look, the responsibility of government is to make life easy for the people.
For the people.
Section 14, sub 2 of the Constitution, section, I think also 15, reiterates the point that, look, the government has a responsibility to make life better for us. That's why they collect FAC allocation. That's why they are there. And to repeat the point that I made yesterday, the ordinary man you can't go to the ordinary man and say, this road belongs to local government. This road belongs to state government. What the people want, when they say, we want good governance.
Yes.
Simple things.
That's it.
Nigerians are not very difficult people. They just want electricity. They want good roads. They want security. And they want jobs for them to be able to feed themselves. Why is it so difficult at both the national level and the subnational level to meet these expectations? Yes. This is the dilemma of Nigeria. Whether it's in Abia State or it's in Delta State or is in which is state? Lagos State.
Lagos State.
Yes.
No, Lagos State. Again, well, to answer your question, Dr. Bati, we do have a sheriff in town. Well, sheriff.
Maybe the sheriff is sleepwalking.
No.
He's not working.
He's probably not sleepwalking, but that's why we put out this
street lights
sheriff.
In somebody compares street lights.
The street lights. Well,
all
right.
Now he's aware. Maybe he didn't know about it.
Now that you say there's a sheriff.
Yeah, he has to prove that there is a sheriff in town. Well, all right. Well, before we end what's trending today, let's share an inspiring report of a Nigerian naval officer who won the International Cadet Sword of Honor from the Royal Air Force College, Cornwall, in the United Kingdom, and a major breakthrough in the country's medical landscape. Flying officer David Sangakoya has made history as the first cadet from the African continent to receive the prestigious International Cadet Sword of Honor from the British Royal Air Force College since the Academy's inception over a century ago. Sangakoya received the award for outstanding performance as a top international student and overall best performer in the leadership and training course for the 2023-2024 academic year, while speaking during a commendation ceremony in honor of the flying officer at the NAF headquarters in Abuja on Monday. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, described the achievement as truly groundbreaking, adding that the feat underscores the excellence that exists within the Nigerian Air Force. Congratulations. Well, this is a testament that our officers and cadets can stand shoulder to shoulder with the best in the rest of the world, really.
You know, videos like this make me proud to be Nigerian. When we look at stories like this, we say that we don't celebrate our goodness enough, or the brilliance, the sheer brilliance and outstanding achievements of Nigerians. It's so great to see David Sangakoya, who's gone on to represent and be the first person of African descent or from the African continent to achieve this laurel. Really proud of him. Congratulations, and I hope that he acts as an inspiration to others as well. But one thing I must say is that Nigeria, great nation, even greater people. The people are the greatest assets that we have here as a nation.
Absolutely.
Well,
Dr.
Bati. My first point, Sangakoya sounds like a name from Ogun State. The gateway to Nigeria, the people from that part of Nigeria who always excel in everything, whether politics or academics or literature. But congratulations to David Sangakoya. Congratulations also to the Nigerian Air Force, and particularly Air Marshal Abubakar, under whose watch this distinction has been achieved. Best international student, best all-round student in that century-old, Royal Air Force College in Cornwall in the United Kingdom. But beyond all of this, I think this is a testament to the value of bilateral relations, the partnership which Air Marshal Abubakar emphasized, between Nigeria and the United Kingdom. We have shared history, shared diplomacy, shared partnership with the United Kingdom, and I think that this is very remarkable. Yes. Nigerian soldiers have been going to Royal Sandals College and Royal Mons Cadet College since the 50s, even beyond before independence. And it's good to see that that tradition of partnership continues.
Absolutely.
Air Marshal Abubakar should just make sure that this standard of excellence, of discipline, of international capacity is reproduced even here at home. There's work to be done at home at various fronts in the Northwest and the Northeast. Right. If we have trained officers like this who distinguish themselves, let us see it in terms of how this government fights terrorism, banditry, insurgency.
Fantastic.
Congratulations, David Shangokoya.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's from Ogun State.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Flying Officer Shangokoya. Well, let's now highlight a monumental achievement for Nigerian healthcare. The Lagos University Teaching Hospital, LUTH, has recorded its first bone marrow transplant, giving new hope for sickle cell disease patients in the country. The procedure was performed on the first set of patients admitted in the last week of August 2024. The patients received a treatment regimen of exchange blood transfusions and chemotherapy to prepare them for the infusion of bone marrow stem cells that were harvested from family donors and processed on September 17th and 19th. The achievement marks a turning point for Nigeria, a country with the highest burden of sickle cell disease in the world, where an estimated 150,000 children are born with the condition each year. This is a breakthrough for healthcare in Nigeria. You know that according to the National Health Institute, about 50 million people are living with sickle cell globally, and Nigeria is the epicenter zone, with about 4.6 million people living with the disease. It means that 1 in every 4 Nigerians has sickle cell, and this is an amazing breakthrough for healthcare. LUTH has been doing very well. This was also in conjunction with that foundation.
I mean, very apt at a time like this where the scourge of sickle cell goes on and on. But please, and watchers out there with institutional memory can correct me if I'm wrong. I thought there was a medical person in the University of Ikwerre back in the 70s, 80s or 90s that did extensive research on sickle cell and solutions to sickle cell. What became of that research? And I think that's something we could dig into again.
Yeah.
Because there's something with us in this country, we forget our institutional memory. I just hope we're able to preserve the institutional memory. We've recorded this first bone marrow transplant, and we can also democratize it across every part of the nation.
Absolutely.
That's the sustainability that we need. Absolutely.
I mean, the cure for sickle cell, is one of the cures, the bone marrow transplant, and it's just a relief for, a lot of Nigerian, especially the children.
Yes. I just want to say that let's also use this as an opportunity to raise awareness about sickle cell. Yeah. Because the most important thing is to prevent. Know your status.
Yes.
If you're a carrier, ensure that you're not marrying a carrier so that we reduce the incident. At 150,000 a year, that's a lot in Nigeria. But so glad to see this positive news story. You don't have to spend a lot of money, tens of thousands of dollars, or travel to Europe, America, India to get treatment. You can have it right here in our
Nigeria.
own nation, in Nigeria.
Fantastic,
well done.
fantastic. Well done to LUTH and the doctors who performed the transplant. But I'd like to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.